Good day, tutors. Welcome to today's walkthrough of the ARAL Math Program. I'm excited to have you here and ready to guide you through our first lesson for ARAL Math learners. Whether this is your first time teaching ARAL Math or you're already familiar with some parts of the program, today we'll dive deep into the key steps you'll need to help your students succeed. ARAL, or Academic Recovery and Accessible Learning, is a special initiative designed to provide additional support for learners who are struggling in subjects like mathematics. Our goal is to equip these students with the fundamental math skills they need to succeed at their grade level. Today, we'll focus on teaching basic shapes and numbers, important concepts that will lay the foundation for more complex topics in later lessons. Let us first study the key points to understand about learners. Who are emerging learners? These are students who have gaps in understanding basic concepts such as shapes, numbers, and simple comparisons. Emerging learners. These students struggle to identify numbers, shapes, and basic mathematical concepts. They need guidance through concrete objects, pictorial aids, and repetition to help them understand fundamental concepts. What are their needs? They require constant reinforcement of basic concepts, hands-on practice, and the use of concrete objects, pictorial representations, and visual aids to make abstract math ideas more tangible. Then the other group of learners belong to developing learners. These students can understand the basics, but need further practice and reinforcement to improve their number skills, shape recognition, and ability to compare numbers. What are their specific needs? The learners need hands-on learning. They benefit most from physical, real-world objects that they can touch and manipulate. These include things like blocks, counters, and shapes. Visual supports. Learners benefit greatly from visual aids such as flashcards and pictures that help them make the connection between numbers and their real-world counterparts. Repetition and reinforcement. These learners require repeated practice with basic concepts like identifying numbers, understanding shapes, and comparing sizes. Engagement and motivation. Learners need to stay engaged through interactive exercises and activities that allow them to practice new concepts in a way that is fun and rewarding. ARAL Math Program. Session breakdown. The ARAL Math Program is organized into 15 sessions, each focusing on a specific mathematical concept. Here is a detailed breakdown of each session. Let's take a look at Session 1. Identifying names and describing basic shape of square in 2 and 3 dimensions. The lesson objective. Learners will be able to identify, name, and describe the basic shape of a square in both 2D, flat/plane, and 3D, solid objects. For methodology. Concrete objects. Show real-world examples of squares such as a square piece of paper. Pictorial representation. Show a 2D square and a 3D square such as a cube, using pictures. Activities. Let students practice identifying squares and drawing them on paper. Session 2. Comparing numbers up to 10, using symbols to show greater than, less than, and equal to. Lesson objective. Learners will compare numbers up to 10 using the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. Methodology. Concrete objects. Use counters or small objects to represent numbers and compare them physically, such as 4 apples versus 6 apples. Pictorial representation. Show pictures of objects in groups, such as stars, and ask students to compare the number of stars in each group. Activities. Use symbols to compare 2 groups of objects and write the correct relational symbol. Session 3. Identifying numbers that are 1 more or 1 less from a given number. Lesson objective. Learners will identify the number that is 1 more or 1 less than a given number. Methodology. Concrete objects. Use objects such as counters. Start with a group of 4 objects. Ask, what is 1 more than 4? Answer, 5. Pictorial representation. Use pictures of objects such as apples and ask students to identify 1 more or 1 less from the group of objects. Activities. Provide students with number sets and ask them to circle the set that is 1 more or 1 less. Session 4. Ordering numbers up to 20 in increasing or decreasing order. Lesson objective. Learners will order numbers up to 20 in increasing or decreasing order. Methodology. Concrete objects. Use number cards or small objects to practice ordering numbers. Pictorial representation. Show pictures of objects in groups and ask students to arrange the pictures from the smallest to the largest. Activities. Ask students to write numbers in increasing or decreasing order. Session 5. Reading and writing numbers up to 10 in symbols and words. Lesson objective. Learners will read and write numbers up to 10 in both symbols and words. Methodology. Concrete objects. Use counters and number cards. Pictorial representation. Show flashcards with numbers and words such as 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Activities. Have students write the number in symbols and words, and so on. Now we look closely to the walkthrough of the actual lesson 4. Session 1. Identifying names and describing basic shape of square in 2D and 3D. Objective. The goal of Session 1 is to help learners identify the names and describe the basic shape of a square in 2D, two-dimensional, and 3D, three-dimensional forms. 2D, two-dimensional flat, such as a square drawn on paper. 3D, three-dimensional solid, such as a cube. Materials needed are flashcards or pictures of a square, 2D, and cube, 3D. Objects to show, optional a real square object and a cube for hands-on interaction. Let's dive into the lesson flow. For the introduction, start by greeting the students warmly. Let them know today's lesson will help them recognize the shapes around them. Introduce the topic. Today, we are going to learn about squares. We will look at squares in 2D and 3D. Can you all say the word square with me? Explain the importance of shapes in our everyday lives. Squares are everywhere, like windows, books, and even some furniture. Explanation and modeling. Present the square in 2D. Show a flashcard with a simple square drawn on it. Ask the students to describe what they see. Reinforce the fact that all sides of a square are equal in length. Explain that a square is a flat, two-dimensional shape, which has 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. Present the square in 3D. Show a cube, a 3D square, and explain that it is a solid object. Describe how a cube has the same properties as a square, but in 3 dimensions: 6 square faces, 12 edges, and 8 corners. Ask students to identify real-world examples of cubes, dice, boxes, and blocks. The next part is the guided practice. We have 2 activities here. Activity 1. Show students a variety of objects, including squares and cubes, and ask them to identify whether the object is 2D or 3D. Activity 2. Allow students to draw squares on paper. Afterward, guide them to draw cubes, 3D squares, by following a simple step-by-step drawing process. Encourage them to trace along the edges of a square, 2D, and a cube, 3D, to reinforce their understanding. Now the session on independent practice. Provide students with an activity sheet where they need to identify and color squares in 2D and 3D. Students will be asked to draw a square and a cube. Label the shapes as 2D or 3D. Instruct them to describe the differences between the 2D square and the 3D cube. We now proceed to review and feedback. Walk around the class and provide individual feedback to students as they work on the activity sheets. If any student is struggling, provide additional verbal instructions and help them distinguish between 2D and 3D shapes by pointing to physical examples in the classroom. Now the closing activity. At the end of the lesson, encourage students to recall what they have learned. Ask the question, can anyone tell me what the difference between a square in 2D and 3D is? Offer praise for correct answers and provide gentle corrections when needed. Review the key points. A square is a shape with 4 equal sides and 4 right angles. A cube is a square in 3D, and it has 6 square faces. Encourage students to look for squares and cubes in their daily environment and bring examples to the next class. Additional tips for ARAL Tutors. Use concrete objects. At this stage, students need concrete examples. If possible, show them physical items, such as a cube or square, that they can touch and handle. This helps build a tangible understanding of the shapes. Active participation. Keep the students engaged by asking them questions during the lesson. For example, who can tell me where they've seen a square today? Or, Can you point to something that looks like a cube? Encouragement and patience. First-time learners may take time to fully grasp the difference between 2D and 3D shapes. Be patient and provide lots of positive reinforcement. Repetition is key. Reinforce the concepts by revisiting them often. Ask students to identify squares and cubes around the classroom regularly to help them internalize the concept.